Well, hello there, and welcome to the Merlot Adventures in Pinterest. Today we're looking at recipes on Pinterest, and we're going to see how we can make them a little bit more keto friendly. So crack open your favorite bottle of wine and enjoy. It's hot. I got my white wine. This is Hess. It ain't my favorite. It's no Starborough or Nebbiolo. The reason I wanted to do this is because y'all know I like to keep it simple. I mean, sometimes I'll do like different recipes that are fun, but usually I eat me a chicken breast or like just like a steak with like a salad or a vegetable side. But let's look at some interesting recipes that we can modify so that we can eat it on a ketogenic lifestyle. If you're new to this channel, well, let me just tell you, I lost 170 pounds following a ketogenic or very, very low carb lifestyle. So I think I know a little bit about keto and how to just adapt things, but let's look at some Pinterest. Wine and toothpaste, my favorite. So last week I made a video about some Asian beef, like saute stir fry thing that I made. That was just like an amalgamation of some Asian flavors. But usually when you come across these recipes on Pinterest, they're gonna ask you to add in some sort of syrup or cornstarch or sugar. Well, if you would like to add a little bit of sweetness, just add in some stevia or some Splenda. And actually, I would just say omit the cornstarch. It ain't necessary, and my beef turned out pretty good. But that's a good way to tell when you're out at a restaurant if something's not quite keto-friendly is if it's really sticky, because that means it's got sugar all over it. But anyway, so yeah, that's the only type of thing you really need to look out for these types of stir-fry beef, maybe chicken or pork recipes, is omit the cornstarch. And if you want to add some sweetness, add in some stevia rather than sugar. Okay, now I keep seeing these delicious pins for these like margarita type pizzas. And let me tell you what I would do. I would not go through the trouble of trying to create one of those like fathead pizza crusts. I'm a simple woman. And so I don't just need all that extra calories and stuff in my life. I don't even know how you make it. I'm guessing with some sort of egg and cheese and chicken mixture. What I would do is I would just get some big old chicken breasts from like Walmart or Food Lion, and I would slice them very thin, like with a fillet knife, you know how you do like a fish. I would beat the crap out of that chicken, and I would use that very thin chicken just as a thin crust. And actually I want to attempt this recipe. So what I would do is I would cover that very thin chicken crust with the mozzarella. Well, I'd cook it first, right? I'd probably broil in foil with some seasoning, you know. And then I just cover it with the mozzarella and spinach and pepper flakes and all that good stuff, you know. Olive oil, thyme, oregano, basil. Have you guys ever seen Faulty Towers? That's why I say basil instead of basil. You Americans, get with it. So yes, I would just be lazy and just beat some meat and use that as my crust. Continuing, pappardelle pasta with rosemary portobello mushroom sauce. So that actually looks like an egg noodle. And you know what egg noodles are made with? Eggs. There was another recipe here on Pinterest for egg noodles. Yeah, just type into Pinterest egg noodles keto and you're gonna find something like this, and I'm sure that will work well in the pappardelle beef dish. Egg noodles. All right, a chung, a fun recipe, homemade rice noodles 2 ways. So this looks really good. That looks like some oyster sauce. Is that oyster sauce? Oyster sauce and not keto friendly. I would probably just use some soy sauce for that umami flavor. And then again, you can maybe add in some stevia if you wanted to make it real sweet, like an oyster sauce. But instead of the rice noodles, I would use some very thinly sliced or peeled cucumber. Maybe make something like this instead with some cucumber slices. You could, it looks like they're grilled, so you could probably even grill it to get out some of that water in the cucumber. So just some ideas for you. Oh, it looks like you could also make like an egg. Is that egg? Dill crepes. Yeah, that's egg. Egg sushi. But the cucumber would have less calories. And it would add that freshness that you might want with like some sort of Asian roll type dish like that. Now see, this roasted teriyaki mushrooms and broccolini soba noodles looks pretty good to me. But you guys know we can't do noodles on keto. So what I would make is some cabbage noodles. You should check out my other video where we did that. Actually, I did 2 videos like that where we made some cabbage noodles. The way that I did that is you steam it in the microwave if you're extra lazy like me, and you just drain them and salt them, and they're really good. And they soak up a lot of the flavor if you got like a sauce. They do not taste like a noodle, but they offer that noodle fillingness if you like noodles. Cheesy grits. You know what I would do? I would make a cauliflower risotto, and I would just kind of butter and season it and make it taste like a grit. Top it with an egg. I kind of did that for my risotto video. I feel like I'm repeating a lot of things. Sorry. I am a Southern girl. It is hot in the South right now. It is humid. I live in the armpit of the state. That's why I got my summer dress on and I'm drinking my cold, chilled white wine. But yeah, I would definitely do like a cauliflower type dish. Lots of butter, lots of salt. Maybe add in a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Add in some more flavor because cauliflower don't really taste like anything but a healthy vegetable. But yeah, I think that'd be really good. You could even like puree it if you got one of them fancy blenders that I don't have. I do miss grits. Oh, I miss grits and biscuits. Biscuits and gravy. Oh. What could you substitute for a biscuit and gravy? I'm sure that there are keto gravies out there, but the biscuit. I'd use chicken. You know what? I would make me a really well done chicken breast and I'd use that as bread. Girl, finding out ways to do things. I think when you crave things, what you're really looking for is that flavor. And so, you know, chicken, unless you season it a certain way, it's really kind of bland. So it really substitutes a lot for bread, I think, in my opinion, for lots of ketogenic recipes. So yeah, chicken and gravy. This jalapeno popper bread caught my eye because I thought it was chicken breast. So guess what I would do? I would use a chicken breast instead of bread. Again, sorry guys. I do miss me like some jalapeno poppers. So good. Cheese, spicy, chicken. You know what mama's talking about over here. Oh, that pavlova looks pretty good. Not very tall, but it does look good though. I wonder who made that. To die for, rustic Hungarian mushroom soup. That looks delish. Let's look at the ingredients. From Montana Happy, life made simple. Yes, tell me the whole life story about soup. I love this part. I'm just scrolling. Butter, onions, mushrooms, dill weed, paprika, soy sauce, chicken broth, almond milk, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So what would I replace that all-purpose flour with? I don't like nut flour replacements. I try not to make anything that resembles a bread, so I don't use those kinds of things just because I don't want to crave them and, you know, end up in the same situation that I used to be in. Ooh, you know what? Maybe some cocoa powder. I did that for my chili. That'll kind of thicken things up a little bit. Yep. Cocoa powder, and it won't taste like chocolate. You know, cocoa powder is really bitter unless you add something sweet to it. Yeah, I would try 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and it probably will give it a really rich color as well. Hot, rich Italian hot chocolate. Well, I don't really eat sweets anymore. I've tried to get those things out of my life. But let's look here at the ingredients. Chocolate shavings. You could use dark chocolate. 1.5 teaspoons cornstarch. You might try and substitute with some cocoa powder right there. Dark chocolate, granulated sugar, swerve or stevia or whatever. Whipped cream, heavy whipping cream, whole milk. 1 cup whole milk. If you're going to use whole milk, I would use the Fairlife. You're going to save about half the amount of carbs. I think it's like 8 for a cup. So yeah, do that. Make it more keto friendly. That does look good though, but I don't do sweet stuff no more. Cause I ain't weak. Not that I'm saying you're weak, but just for me and myself, I don't want to be weak, and that's just how I do right now. Oh, you guys look at the light to sneeze. I think I'm photosensitive. Oh my goodness, tiramisu. Let me tell y'all about this little restaurant in Montreal called Trattoria Trastevere. They changed ownership, but I used to go there a lot, and they had the best tiramisu. I mean, honestly, it was the only tiramisu that I've really eaten, but it was the best because it had this lovely cream. That was so good. Haven't had that in like 5.5 years, but let's see how to make a tiramisu crepe cake and make it keto. Okay, so what you're going to do when you're making your crepes is you're going to omit the flour, and you're going to add in some cream cheese. I made an entire crepe cake for my Halloween video, and I didn't have as many layers as this tiramisu crepe cake, but mine came out to be about that tall with like 8 layers. So, I mean, it was kind of a hassle, but it turned out really well. That was one of my favorite desserts. And then I kind of just stopped eating desserts, so I only ever made one of those. Kind of sad about it, but it was real good. So, if you want to learn how to make some keto crepes and make a crepe cake, check out that video by my friend Lily, who is not Allie. Cocoa powder, yeah, that's good. Take out the sugar, add some swerve, vanilla, salt, coffee, yeah, Butter, condensed milk, sweetened. I don't know about that. Okay, so let's see. What I would do is I would take some mascarpone and I would cream it with some heavy whipping cream, but don't use a blender because it won't get creamy. I had that issue. Trust me. add in some sweetener to your mascarpone whipped cream mixture that you got going on. I use that to top my pavlova that I made. Yeah, I wouldn't use the amaretto. I think amaretto is pretty sweet. I used to take shots of amaretto. Yeah, so you can definitely do this. I don't know if they make essence of amaretto. What is amaretto? Isn't that like based on almonds? Let's Google that. Bitter almonds. So just use some almond extract. Boom. You're welcome, guys. So yeah, just kind of look at ingredients that are similar. So to make like the filling in between each crepe, I would use like this mascarpone mixture that I made for my pavlova. It was real good. And again, that was just mascarpone, heavy whipping cream, and some sweetener. Basically, I think. My nose starts running when I look down. I'm just a mess. Oh, these look so good. Apple pie enchiladas. Now, I'm just going to be honest. You cannot recreate everything. We cannot eat apples on keto. We cannot make the thickening sauce that you would need with cornstarch for this on keto. And you're probably not going to find a really good empanada casing that's keto friendly. So some things you just have to give up on in life. That's okay. No one to quit. Unless you have an idea on how to make this keto friendly. I do not. So this is like a recipe that comes from the hot, you know, the hot. Now my grandma used to make these amazing, or she still does, chocolate and oatmeal cookies. You don't bake them or anything. You just make some fudge and you add some peanut butter and some oatmeal to it. And you put them on some parchment paper or some wax paper or whatever. And, you know, you just let them cool. And we used to eat those all summer as a kid. And that's just my childhood memories. And so, you know how I would make those keto friendly? Peanut butter. Yeah, that's good. Instead of oats, I would use some unsweetened coconut flakes. Cocoa powder's good. Instead of the sugar, I would use some sweetener. Vanilla's good. Butter. Instead of milk, I might use some half cup. That's not a lot. So maybe some of that Fairlife vitamin D milk, the whole milk that they got going on. Or maybe even some heavy whipping cream. Now you'd have to work with the amounts to get them to the right consistency, but it's basically making a keto fudge. If you grew up with these, I surely do miss them. I wish I had made a keto version before I, you know, got off of sweets, but oh, my childhood right there. Summertime, watching Sailor Moon after the pool. Oh, I'm hot. It's hot in here. Oh, well, that just looks delectable. Cheesy cheddar cauliflower rice. That looks like a risotto. Keto chocolate cake with peanut butter icing. Apparently this is already keto, but let's take a look. 2 eggs, peanut butter, almond flour. See, I would stay away from the almond flour. So what I would do is I would actually make this like a keto brownie. And if you haven't seen my brownie video where we made some brownies with some avocado, I would look at that recipe because the brownie base is really good. And then I would cover it with like a cream cheese peanut butter frosting. If you're trying to stay away from nut flours, I get that. You know, it's just where you draw your lines in the sand. And some people might think you're crazy that you can eat, you know, sweetened cocoa powder mixtures, but not almond flour. So, well, you know, that's just how you live your life and how you do things. So, you know, do what you want. But yeah, I'd make that avocado brownie. It would be so decadent with some cream cheese and peanut butter frosting. Oh, dang. Yeah, it would be. Well, folks, that's about it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please do not forget to like and subscribe. That would help me out so much. Y'all, it was graduation yesterday. I was real tired. It was outside. We social distance. And it was hot and humid. So this video is coming to you a day late because I was so tired afterwards. I had to go take a nap and just rest for the rest of the day. But your girl is now on summer break officially. So I am going to work on that website. That is my goal for this week. I'm sorry it's taken me 6 months. Anyway, if you want to find me on social media, I will link all of that down below. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Ellie. Have a good one. Bye.